I'm not good at public speaking. I can't speak in front of people. And that created its own mantra, right? That is whatever we tell ourselves over and over again, a thought becomes an attitude becomes a belief, and then a belief becomes a perspective of the world. So you're there with that perspective. So I told myself over and over again that this was what I was, I was that kind of person. I just can't speak in public because of that really traumatic experience. And every time I thought about standing up, if I was, in a group and I had to speak, I would straight away, it was like an unconscious reaction. My nervous system in that moment created something called we've got something called the reticulating activating system, which is a bunch of nerves at the back here that when you're younger, behaviors and survival mechanisms are created. And what happens is any flavor, any experience that reminds you of that traumatic event kicks in this automatic survival system. So we either freeze, we go into fight or flight, we go into fawning and fitting in. There are survival mechanisms. So in that moment, that was being triggered within me because it was like, okay, we've got to keep you alive. We've got to have a strategy for this. And my strategy was just not do it, right? Don't go there. It's dangerous to speak in public. It's dangerous to speak in front of people. Okay, so I just stopped doing it. And I remember the first time I did my first women's circle, and I was at home. I had 5 of my best friends, and I was literally sweating, and my heart was pounding speaking in front of them. Though every time I did it, every time I pushed through that comfort zone into the unknown, and I became more and more, I want to say comfortable and confident because my nervous system realized, oh, I'm not going to die. I'm not under threat. I'm not in a situation where there is a tiger or there is a fire. I'm actually safe in this situation. And it's super interesting. I had my largest women's circle ever last week, and there was a lot of women there. And when I was sitting down and speaking to all of these people, what I realized is afterwards, I wasn't nervous at all. I wasn't nervous at all. I had rewritten that program, and we have the ability to rewrite our program. And the most important thing is to know is that your body doesn't know whether you're in it or not. Every time I went in that situation, my body thought I was under threat. My body thought that I was in a crisis situation. It didn't know because I was reliving that experience from the past on an unconscious level. And when we bring the unconscious into the conscious, we start to get aware of that whatever it is that we're doing that's holding us back, and we bring it into the conscious, that's where we can make change. And it's pushing through that limitation because it's very uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. When we do something new, everything in our system is saying, no, danger. It's the unknown. The nervous system doesn't like the unknown.